We got a big rally today, and the Stanley Cup will be at Soldier Field. How about we talk to the keeper of the cup? On the phone with us, joining us on the morning drive, is Phil Prichard. Phil, you got to tell me what happened for Game 6. You were late getting the Stanley Cup to the United Center, is that right?
Mother Nature wasn't really a fan of hockey that night. By the end of the night, she was a Hawks fan, thanks to the Chicago police force.
You had a police escort, is that right?
We did. Today we're going to have a big police escort.
Yeah, it's going to be another great rally. Has the commissioner ever received a more favorable reaction than the one he got the other night when he called Chicago a dynasty?
Well, you know what? I mean, that was unreal, wasn't it? And you think about it, 3 times in 6 years, and according to Chicago fans, they're not done yet. So they loved it. They loved every second of that game. We're actually just getting into our vehicle now to head over to United Center, and there's thousands of people walking down the street downtown here, all in red, white, and black. It's Stanley Cup fever's back in Chicago again.
Phil, how many pair of white gloves do you own?
Do I own?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I've got 27 years worth of them, and if you ask my wife, she can tell you how many drawers in our house it takes up. But we go through probably 1 pair a week at the minimum. Maybe even more. So I have a lot, a real lot. Here's a comparison. I send my wife a postcard from everywhere she goes, or everywhere I go, and she has about 3,000 postcards.
You know, Phil, I've always wondered. You're the keeper. You're the keeper of the Stanley Cup. That means you are with the Stanley Cup 24/7, or Mike Bolts is with the Stanley Cup 24/7. How do you stay married when you're on the road with the Stanley Cup?
Well, first of all, the Stanley Cup doesn't talk back to us, so we have a great relationship that way. So my relationship at home is perfect. It's amazing. My wife, obviously, is amazing. My kids, I mean, they understand that we're on the road, and I have 2 teenage daughters that think their dad's pretty cool now, because I think it helps them pick up boys, so they think that's great. I don't know if my wife likes that. But in all seriousness, it's an honor and a pleasure to do this, and to hang out in Chicago with such great organization and everything. And my wife's been here a bunch, loves the city and that, and hopefully she can make it here again sometime this summer and see everything Chicago has to offer.
Phil, can you share with us what is the weirdest thing that's happened with a winner of the Stanley Cup, what they wanted to do with it? Maybe you had to say, no, I don't think we're going to do that.
Well, you know what's funny? Hockey's obviously played all over the world. Guys come from everywhere. So depending on where they're from, their cultures are all different, and they want to do something related to their cultures or something like that. The Finnish guys always want to have a sauna party. The guys in Western Canada that live in the Rockies always want to go mountain climbing or something like that. Or the guys out east, like Brad Richards, last time he won the Cup, he went lobster fishing with the Cup. So it's all different things, and they sound weird at first, but once you get to know them and the family and why they want to do it, it makes a ton of sense. And, yeah, we've been to sauna parties, we've been mountain climbing, we've been lobster fishing, we've been sea-doing. But there's all a reason for it, and if you ask the guys, it's all out of respect for their family, but more importantly, they won't do anything to disrespect the Cup or their team or the league.
Phil, everything you've seen over the years with the Stanley Cup, would you drink out of the Stanley Cup?
Well, you know what? I wouldn't, but I have once in 1997, the first time in Russia. They made me. They just pinned me down and filled it up with vodka and poured it. So some went in my mouth. Most of it went over my head, like most things do when you're drinking out of the cup. It comes out like Niagara Falls. I mean, on my own, I would never do it. I would love, though, to have the chance to win that cup one day. And I'm sure every player can tell you how special that is. I'd love that feeling as well.
Well, we're all jealous of you. You're the keeper of the cup. You sleep with the cup. You hang out with the cup. I mean, as it was coming out of my mouth, now that I said it, that really is the perfect marriage if you're on the road with the cup and your wife's at home. Now that I think about it.
Hopefully she's not listening.
I hope my wife's not listening.
We'll be there. Obviously, we'll be there. Hopefully Mother Nature's a fan now, and the rain holds off. It should be a great day going through the parade and downtown and on to Soldier Field. The rally will be great, and every year we've done these parades in Chicago. The last couple, it's more and more people, so this year is going to be no difference, I don't think.
Phil Prichard, the keeper of the cup. Phil, great to talk to you again. Have fun today.
Hey, guys, anytime. Maybe we can chat again over the summer or share some stories.
Oh, that'd be good. good.
Now you're talking.
We'll see you, Phil. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
All right, guys.